video may not be suitable for all viewers. This content is aimed towards adults, and adults who are not easily triggered over harmless fiction and knows how to separate harmless fiction from reality. We are not responsible for you getting triggered. You have been warned. Ooh.
Hey, what's up everyone? It is I, the Video Game Hunter, and welcome to another VGH pickup video. And today, I'm going to show you guys on some of the stuff that I picked up on this year's Black Friday. Now, before I go and do that, I'm letting you guys know that there's going to be a couple big jump cuts here and there. And that's mostly because that I bought most of my stuff online. So which means not everything has shown up yet. Matter of fact, none of them has shown up yet. So, if you notice a big jump cuts here and there, like I suddenly change shirts or grow facial hair, that's because I'm shooting this video on multiple days. So, that said, let me show you guys on what I picked up on this Black Friday. So the first item I'm going to be showing you guys is a t-shirt that I actually picked up at Spencer's. Which, by the way, I'm actually wearing it right now. It's Neko, oh it's heck no. I don't know if that actually means anything. I mean, I know what a Neko is, but I don't know if heck no it's supposed to be like a quote from somewhere. But anyways, I basically bought this shirt because I love the anime chick on there. And just, now I think about it, Spencer's actually selling a lot more t-shirts like this lately, and if I see any more, I'd be glad to pick them up also. I mean, I actually picked up a shirt from them like a month ago, where it basically has a chick going like this with a half-cut t-shirt on, with her breast basically popping out, and it says hentai. I know some people may or may not get it, but for those who do, you are very cultured, my friend. So the first game I'm going to be showing you guys is a game that I actually avoided for the longest time. I picked up the first game on the NES, didn't really care for it. Then I picked up the game on the GameCube, gave up on it after I failed on the first level because the timer ran out, and I was like, I think I'm done with the series. Then I saw this game at Game Exchange. It was only 50 bucks, and I was like, whatever, I'll go ahead and pick it up. It's actually the cheapest one I could ever find, ever. Most of the time I see it going more than 50, like 60 or 70. I'm like, whatevs. I go home, I pop this game in, and I fucking loved it. Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. And my god, again, I fucking fell in love with this game. It was a lot better than I thought it would ever be. I sat down, I beat up the first practice boss, played a bit more of the game, found some power-ups, then I found the actual first boss in the game, beat him, then I had to save the game because I have other things to do. My god, I really enjoyed this game, and I feel so bad that I avoided this one for the longest time. Which is weird because I love Metroidvania games. And if you love Metroidvania games, shouldn't you love the game that basically started it all? The one that's on the Super Nintendo? Oh, I mean, you could argue with the NES, but the Super Nintendo one actually had a map. So the next game I'm going to be showing you guys is actually a Sega Saturn game that I picked up at Broken Music. And that game is called Fighters Mega Mix. And to be completely honest, I'm sorry, but I really did not care for this game. Because it kind of sucked because it's actually a team up of two fighting franchises together. Fighting Vipers, which I'm really not too familiar with, and Virtua Fighter 2. Now, I'm somewhat familiar with Virtua Fighter, but this game came out in the early days of 3D fighting games, and I'm sorry, I don't really care for these types of games. I mean, I'm more into those other Sega Saturn games, all those 2D fighting games like Street Fighter vs. X-Men, that's a really fantastic one. I'm not gonna lie. And I think the other one I have that turned out to be really good is, I think it's called Fatal Fury 3? I don't know if 3 is the right name for it, but I'll correct myself with the gameplay footage and the actual name. I really like those 2D fighting games, and I'm really not too big a fan of Fatal Fury, but I really did enjoy that Saturn game. So, I'm sorry I can't really say much about Fighters Mega Mix. Didn't really care for it, but if you like it, that's fine, but me, I'm sorry. So the next game that I'm going to be showing you guys is actually the most expensive game that I bought on Black Friday. And I had no plans to buy this game. But on the night before, I went on eBay and I did an eBay search for this specific game. And I found a listing where this guy is not selling it as much as everyone else. And this condition was pretty decent. And I was like, huh, okay, let me put this on my watch list and I'll think about it. Early the next morning when I got up, the seller actually sends me a message and is like, hey, how about if I give you a big discount? And I was like, okay, let me think about it some more and let me do my Black Friday shopping before I make my final decision. Well, what ended up happening was I did not buy that much stuff on Black Friday. I mean, I did later on night online, but at the time, I was like, I only bought like 3 things, so why not? So after I bought Fighter Mega Mix on Saturn, picked up my phone, went on eBay, and went boop. I accept your offer, my friend. And the game that I bought is SM Chokiyushi Hitami Volume 2. And this, my friend, is an unlicensed game for the Super Famicom. And why is it unlicensed? Why didn't Nintendo license it themselves? Well, it's because that it's a hentai game. And the box is not afraid to show it. It's right behind there. So, what do you do in this hentai game? Well, I can't really tell you because this is one of those text, I guess, adventure game where you can select a text and random stuff happens. And basically, all I can say is it has a naked chick basically being raped and tortured. That's all I can say. And part of you is asking, well, why did you buy that type of game? Because I like owning weird shit that you don't see every single day. And what's also I found interesting is that since they couldn't get a physical licensed cartridge from Nintendo, what they did was, in fact, they went to a gaming store, bought the cheapest games they can find, and put their own cheap label on it, and take the motherboard out, or whatever board that thing is called, and put theirs in instead. And sold it as is. No joke. Now, let me tell you a quick story how I came across this game and how I discovered it. A fellow furry retro gamer collector of mine who I sometimes hang out on Discord where we go and watch random movies and stuff, he tagged me like earlier this year and was like, hey Hunter, have you heard about this magazine that originally sold Hong Kong 97? I was like, no I haven't, but I'll check this magazine out. And I found an archive of this magazine, and I was flipping through it, and I was like, this is probably one of the shadiest magazines I've ever seen. Because not only were they advertising bootlegged games or pirated games, but they were also advertising and writing articles about how to steal people's credit card information and a bunch of other illegal shit. Man, oh wow, I can see why this is considered an underground magazine, and it didn't last long, to be honest. I think it only lasted long about 6 issues. And despite the fact I can't read Japanese, the only reason I know about some of this stuff is thanks to this YouTuber who talked about it. I'll be glad to leave a link down below for you guys to watch this video, and I'll also leave a link down below where you can check out this archive where you can go and look at this magazine. So it's officially been 3 weeks now since Black Friday, and I just now got my stuff from White Stuff Anime to show up in the mail today. Now, it's not the website's fault to making this arrive so late. It's actually the post office fault because, you know, Corona-chan is still out there causing people to get sick, and lazy employees are deciding not to show up when the post office needs them the most. So, yeah, it is what it is, and I also like to mention is that I still have quite a few stuff in here, but there's some of this stuff in here I won't be able to show you gameplay footage or video footage from the item because I simply don't have the time to do that. So, what you see is what you get at this part of this video. So the first item I'm going to be showing you guys is 2 mangas that I bought, and that is volume 8 and 9 of Beastars. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I ever talked about Beastars in my pickup video, but the best way I can describe this manga, it's like if Zootopia became rated R. Like, no joke. Animals do in fact get devoured in this book, and it gets pretty violent and pretty sexual, so if you have kids around, you might want to read this or watch the anime, because the anime is also really good. You might want to enjoy those activities when the kids are not around. But if your kids are teenagers, hell, this might be a really good introduction for them to watch, you know, good furry anime. Not gonna lie. Alright, so now I will say the rest of this video, we're gonna be looking at nothing but naughty anime stuff in games. Like, no joke. Cause every year at WhiteStuff.com, they always have some kind of huge discounts on naughty anime games in anime. So, if you're not at a certain age, you know, like 18 and up, you might want to stop watching this video right now. Alright, so the first 18 and up anime I'm going to show you guys, which I probably got to censor the front cover of this case, that is Anyone You Can Do, I Can Do Better. And basically what this one's about, it's about a daughter that has a huge crush on this guy. So her excuse to meet with him is like, hey, I need help with my homework and I need a tutor, so would you like to help me out? And obviously, as usual, the mom gets jealous and wants this new boy that's in her house all to herself. And then it becomes a mom and daughter rivalry. Who gets this guy? So the next anime I'm going to be showing you guys is called Stepsister. Now, what this anime is about, it's about this guy father who passes away and basically leaves him his fortune. However, he also has to deal with his stepsister and stepmother. However, you know, if I recall correctly, there has to some things that has to do with legal fees or whatnot. The stepmom is willing to help her stepson out, but it's not really for evil reasons. The stepmom has some good reasons why she wants something from the stepson, and believe it or not, I don't recall it being about money, but I think what the stepmom wants was a painting that was in the father's hand, that she wanted it, and it was the sole reason why she married him. I think that's the basics of what this anime is about, but if I get it wrong, I'll just leave a note in the video. So the next anime I'm going to be showing you guys is Office Lingerie. Now, what this anime is about is that there's a new guy who's taking a higher up position in this lingerie company. However, there's some corruptness going on through this company. Like, certain high powerful people in this company are overstepping their boundaries and abusing their powers. Now, the main character, who's also pretty much doing the exact same thing, however, the difference is the women in this company actually likes him more because, you know, he actually does the job. So, yeah, that seems like a pretty good reason to like someone and give them special favors, because they actually did the job and did not act corrupt. and plus they are likable. The next animes I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm just going to show you and move on to the next anime I actually know and like to talk about. These I'm just going to flash it on the screen real quick. Too Hot for a Teacher. I know I watched this at some point, but I totally forgot what it's about. Venus Files. I think I never heard of this one, but it was cheap, and I can't say no to cheap DVD animes. And this one, I know I watched this long time ago. But the thing is, it's been so long since I watched this one, and I totally forgot what it's about, but I do recognize the name in this character. Teacher's Pet. Alright, but let's talk about this anime. I actually know about this anime, and this is one I can actually give you a quick description of what it's about, and that is called Sexual Pursuit. Now, what this anime is about, the best way I can describe this anime is like, think of Jumanji, but more sexual. Yep, it's about a mom and son who decided to play a board game together, and this board game is forcing them to do certain things that a normal mother shouldn't be doing with their, son. That's the best way I can describe the anime. In episode 2, the daughter gets involved. So that was the stacks of animes that I bought from lightstuff.com. And now, let me show you some of the PC games that I bought from the website. Now, unlike the anime stacks where I can actually talk about some of the animes, these PC games, I never played these before, so if I can't give out a good description, I do apologize. I just got these in the mail. So the first game I'm going to be showing you guys is Lightning Warrior. Is it Rating? Oh, Rating. No, it's not Rating. Lightning Warrior Rating. And for what I understand, it's a RPG visual novel. I do own a few RPG visual novels, and one of them I tried to like and get into, but it says it wasn't for me, and I basically gave up on it. So, maybe, hopefully this one's a bit better. Alright, this one was a must-buy, because despite the fact that I never played this game ever before, I do in fact remember this game being mentioned on X-Play a long time ago. And I was kind of hoping that I can find some kind of YouTube clip that someone managed to record all those years ago. But sadly, I can't find it, and the only thing I was able to find is some guy mentioning this anime in a forum post. With that said, this game is called Do You Like Horny Bunnies? Part 1 and 2. I don't know, it depends on the bunny. It really does. But that said, that's all I can say. And man, it really bums me out that I can't find the X-Play clip that this was mentioned in. So, oh well. Hopefully I might enjoy this visual novel.
I feel like I'm in Fantasyland. Alright, who says anime and video games don't go together? I just hope Adam likes what I got him.
So how is the rash?
Well, once it cleared up, I was dating again.
Hey, I got you a PC game at the anime convention.
Oh, you didn't have to. Do you like horny bunnies?
It's porn! I'm gonna go open my stuff now.
I like corny bunnies.
Alright, this might be fun for my fellow furries. Let's Meow Meow. I know nothing about this game, but I've seen it a couple times popping up on rightstuff.com. But again, since it was being sold so cheaply, why not? Let's pick it up. And I probably should mention that most of these animes and PC games I picked up, I basically paid about less than $10 to $15. So yeah, I really scored a deal on these PC games on rightstuff.com. Thank you, Naughty List. Thank you, Santa Claus. Alright. Alright, so let's get down to the last game that I picked up from RightStuff.com, and that is Downhill Night Blaze. I believe this is a visual novel and also a racing game. I am not too big on racing games, but a 18 and up visual novel racing game, I don't know if it's been done before, but I'll give this a try. So, why not? Alright folks, that is my pickup video, and thank you so much for watching. I apologize I couldn't give you a better description on the animes and PC games. I really do apologize, but I just didn't have enough time to watch them and capture the gameplay footage yet. But the gameplay footage I showed you guys during those, when I was talking about the stuff, hopefully that was good enough, and hopefully it interests you to pick up these games or anime yourself. But that said, thank you so much for watching this video. This is the Video Game Hunter, and until next time, goodbye.